Greetings and welcome to CauselessJoy Tarot. I am the Golden Light Goddess, and I am here today to do a reading for the sign of Gemini for the month of December 2017. Today I'm using two decks, the Legacy of the Divine by Cyril Marchetti, as well as the Keepers of the Light by Kyle Gray for our guidance card at the end. Also, I will be offering personal readings in the month of, in 2018. So if you're interested in getting a personal reading from me, you can learn more about that under the discussion tab on my channel. So let's go ahead and get started, Gemini, with your reading for the month of December 2017. Calling on the divine, calling on love and light, all that loves and surrounds the sign of Gemini, asking for perfect clarity, perfect wisdom, and perfect vision as we look at the energies coming in for the month of December 2017 for the sign of Gemini. Giving thanks in advance to all that is for perfect guidance and perfect wisdom. We ask for the highest information for the sign of Gemini going into December 2017. What is the energy surrounding the sign of Gemini in the month of December 2017? All right, Gemini, that feels pretty good right there. All right, now let's take a look at your cards and see what we have coming in for you in the December. And as we move through these cards, I will explain what the layout means here. All right, so at the very bottom of the deck, we have the Six of Wands coming up in the reverse at the very bottom of the deck. I thought it was the 9 at first and I had to turn it around. So the Six of Wands, Gemini, the Six of Wands upright indicates a victory. It indicates that things are going very, very well, and it indicates that you're victorious in what you're doing. In the reverse, it doesn't mean that you're failing. It just means that, the victory may not look, as victorious as you'd hope it would. So we're going to go ahead now and take a look at the remaining cards and see what we can, what else we can find out about the Six of Wands coming up in the reverse. All right. So as your central energy, which is interesting, I just did the sign of Virgo, and they had a similar card as the central energy here. So always reminder that if you know your rising sign, to go ahead and take a look at that as well, because that will give you some additional clarity. If you happen to have Virgo in your chart anywhere, yeah, these readings look very similar to the Virgo reading. All right, so back to this Ten of Swords. This Ten of Swords represents your current energy. And I'm drawn back to the Six of Wands coming up in the reverse. So perhaps there was something that you were aiming for, something that you were working towards, something that you were hoping for here that didn't go the way that you wanted it to go. And as a result, you're dealing with this Ten of Swords energy. Now, this Ten of Swords, this guy is just in anguish, isn't he? Looks like he had maybe a towel that he's thrown off to the side. He's surrounded by all these swords and this clouds and things of that nature. Now, what I want to say about this 10 is that it's a completion. Something is coming to a head here. So if this is your experience, if you are experiencing this sense of anguish and frustration, know that there's a saying that this too shall pass, and that is a very true statement. But what I'm really feeling is that time heals all wounds. So whatever is going on that is causing you to feel this very, very intense Ten of Swords energy, time will help that to heal. Now, I know that, if someone is suffering, they don't want to hear, it'll get better later. They want it to be better now. They want it to change now. So, I also feel to say that, are the things that challenge us, the things that give us pause, the things that make us feel sometimes discouraged. Those are the very things that end up building up our character, making us stronger. So in that way, they are gifts in strange packaging. If you want to, change your perspective, that is going to be a very helpful way of doing so, is to view whatever you're going through as a very strange looking gift, but it is indeed a gift. All right. So what do we have crossing you here with this Ten of Swords energy? We have the Two of Swords coming in, crossing you at that Ten of Swords energy, further confirming for me that whatever's going on for you, there's this need for you to make a decision. There is this a need for you to either decide, or perhaps you don't have what you need to decide. As you can see, this card, the eyes are covered. There's a decision, but there's not enough information for you to move forward. And then I'm also drawn to the fact that this person is holding both of the swords, and I'm usually not drawn to that. So I'm looking here to see what else is coming in with noticing that this person is holding those swords. Okay, so I'm getting the impression that, the holding of the swords indicates some level of control. So you have this ability to control, if not the circumstances, at least how you're feeling, how you're responding to those circumstances, because we know that we really don't have the ability to control things or to control people, but you can absolutely be accountable and responsible for the way that you're responding to these situations. All right. So now over you here, we have the Five of Cups coming in. Now this is again that emotional energy of not feeling, it's very much it's right over this Ten of Swords energy. So this Five of Cups energy is this emotional, usually sometimes regarding relationships, because it is a cup energy. So this feeling of sadness is what I want to say here. This feeling of sadness may be in direct connection to a relationship of some sort, either a business relationship, a casual relationship, or a love relationship. But there's this energy here that is really signifying that your emotional state, right? The way you're feeling, the way you're responding to life right now, it needs to be elevated. Yes, elevated. Your thinking here needs to be elevated. So whatever you do, obviously watching readings like this is one way to find out about the energy that's going on around you, to become aware of that energy and to respond appropriately to that energy. So watching these types of readings is one way that is helpful for you. And then anything else that you can do, or that you normally do, or perhaps that you don't normally do, to bring yourself, to bring your energy levels up around your emotions, would be highly advisable for you right now, Gemini. All right, so beneath you here, we do have the Queen of Cups coming up in the reverse. Again, this let's talk a little bit about this setup here. These cards in the central row represent your current outlook, currently what's happening in your life. These cards to the left represent the past, and these cards to the right represent your future. All right, so in this current row, we have the Five of Cups over you, we have the Queen of Cups coming up in the reverse beneath you, and then we have this Ten of Swords energy in the middle. So this whole line here really speaks to emotional imbalance, if you will, emotional I almost want to say the word depression, but I'm hesitating to say that word because I don't like to slap those types of labels on anyone, right? But I cannot deny that that is the word that continues to surface in my mind, that there's this sense of depression. And by depression, I simply mean a depressed state. Normally, if for anyone, if nothing's going on, if nothing's coming in to cause you to feel anything less than happy, then your normal set point is wherever you are right now. Your normal set point is a lot higher than that. All right, that's exactly what I want to say. You're well beneath your normal set point in terms of emotional stability. So that's what I'm picking up here with this central row of cards. That's the message that I'm now able to more clearly relate to you, that your normal set point, you're well below your normal set point, and you are encouraged to get back to that normal set point here with this reading. All right, so let's go ahead now and take a look at the rest of your cards. Let's look at this past energy here. In the past energy, we have the Three of Cups, which is a celebration card showing up right underneath the King of Coins here. So this king is a master of his finances, and there's been a victory in the past that has helped you to master your finances. So this is looking good. Your past is looking really good here. There's been some celebration. There's also been transformation as a result of whatever's happened in your past. So you did pull the Six of Wands in the reverse, which is, the opposite of winning. In the reverse is your overall energy, but as your current overall energy. But here in this past energy, I'm really seeing that there's been some masterful effort on your part with this King of Coins in terms of your financial, and that resulted in a real victory for you that led to some transformation. So in the past energy, that looks really good. Let's take a look here at this future energy here. We also have, I'm noticing that you have two threes, one in your past energy and one in your future energy. In this future energy, we have this Three of Coins coming up underneath the Rest card. So what that says to me, this combination, is that you're working really, really hard in the future, but there's also a need to balance that with rest. So don't let the hard work that you're doing, there's a saying, we work to live, we don't live to work. I think that's the way it goes. So, you know, you want to be mindful of that. You do want to stay focused on this hard working energy, but not to the point where you're overworked and under rested. All right. So a reminder there to balance that out, to balance out your work life and your rest life, because your outcome card is the Knight of Swords. So this represents energies or messages coming in. And take a look at the birds on this card. This card, whenever I see this card, I always think of wisdom. You know, so there's this potential for you, if you're able to create this synergy, this balance between work and play, or work and rest. There's this potential here for you to gain additional wisdom from this, from all of this, even your current energy, where I'm very much picking up that you're below your set point in terms of emotions. There's this potential here for you to gain wisdom from what you're currently going through, so that you can create a more balanced future for yourself. Absolutely, a more sense of balance in your future here. So very much something to keep in mind here for Geminis. Again, you're below your normal set point currently on your emotions, and these are general readings. So if this doesn't apply to you, then it's not for you. But this is definitely very clearly speaking directly to someone out there in terms of their personal energy in this current place. All right, and as well going forward, and the future looks good too, especially if you're able to balance the work and the rest. But it looks like there's been some real victory and transformation here in your past. So take that energy that you've gained, that wisdom that you've gained from the past, that will help you move through this current energy and into a more successful and balanced future. All right. So, all right, let's go ahead and close out your reading for the month of December, Gemini, with your final guidance card. Again, I am using Kyle Gray's Keepers of the Light, and we are calling on the Keepers of the Light to give us one additional guidance card that will be the highest guidance for the sign of Gemini for the month of December. Again, giving thanks in advance to the Keepers of the Light for giving us one additional guidance card for the sign of Gemini for the month of December. And we'll just shuffle a little bit here and see if we can get a card to organically come out on its own without me personally having to pull a card here. There we go. All right, there we go. Thank you. All right. So the final card for Gemini for the month of December is Horus. Horus is the cosmic gateway. Your thoughts are magnetic and powerful. Miraculous changes are occurring. All right? That's great news, Gemini, especially considering what I was picking up here in your current position, that you're at some sort of cosmic gateway. This card is really saying that your thoughts are magnetic and powerful, and that is really, really important, I think, right now for Geminis, because your thought life, this Ten of Swords here, this Ten of Swords, which came up as your primary energy, as your central focus, this represents what you're thinking, you know, and how you're thinking. And it's not events that cause us to suffer. It is our own the labels that we put on, the things that we choose to believe about those situations that cause us to suffer, is what I'm trying to say. And this card reminds you that your thoughts are magnetic and powerful. So if you're at this place, the best thing that you can do for yourself is to, shift that thought. Shift, even if you can't shift the thought, simply refuse to believe that this is as good as it gets. Right? Your thoughts are magnetic and powerful, and whatever you're holding as your dominant set point is what you will continue to draw to yourself. So if this is your current experience and you're continuing to focus and believe these thoughts, then that is absolutely what you will continue to experience in terms of your emotions. So again, miraculous changes are occurring for you, though. Have faith and know that things are changing rapidly, and that your only job is to be focused and centered and in a receptive place to receive the goodness that is yours to have. All right, so that does conclude the reading for Gemini for the month of December. I do wish you a very happy holiday season, and I look forward to seeing you back here in 2018. Namaste.